Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here. Today is the 16th of April 2021. If I may make the usual opening request for a favour, and that is if you would please subscribe to the channel, that'd be excellent. And today we're going to look at a band called Starscape and their debut album Colony. Now, although it's only been out very recently, earlier on this year, what it is an excellent sort of new wave of British heavy metal style retro concept album, and it's got a healthy side order of a fair number of progressive elements to it as well. It's really quite refreshing to listen to. You know, something released today that sounds like it was 40 years ago. Excellent stuff. Starscape onto a winner here with Colony, in my opinion. It's so well done. You know, we've got the early Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Angelwitch, Titan, bit of White Spirit going on in there, all mixed up in the style. I can even hear a bit of Uriah Heep and even Van der Graaf Generator in what's going on. Marvellous stuff all the way through. Now, Starscape is a Swedish duo of, let's see if I can pronounce this properly, Per Olaf Göransson and Anton Eriksson. Colony's debut album, and I say it's so refreshing to listen to something so retro and so enjoyable. It really is. Yeah, it's a concept album and it's a cheesy, overdone concept, but that adds to the charm for me. You know, it's the usual planet and environmental danger. Off they all go into space to look for somewhere new to live, a new planet. They find one, i.e., and build a colony on it. Hence Colony. Things go bad and they're forced to set sail again back into space to look for somewhere else to live as well. Say, cheesy concept, but that doesn't detract in any way from the music whatsoever. So the recipe of that retro Nawabum style stuff and the healthy dollop of prog is, in my opinion, it really is superb. We've got those unmistakable Maiden style galloping chops and the galloping bass, sin after sin period Judas Priest, short clipped riffs, the proggy bits, they're a bit like Titan and White Spirit used to do back then, and we've got the keys and even a bit of organ going on to prog it up as well. Now, with the build up to the opening track, Pilgrims of the Stars, you would be forgiven if you didn't know that you were listening to an early Iron Maiden song that maybe hadn't seen the light of day before. Then it extends into what Titan might have done back in the day, some really tidy guitar work going on, and those understated keys and a growling bass. Marvellous, right? Talking of growling bass, that is more to the fore on the next track, Interstellar, which chugs along again with those short cutting riffs. Colony, the title track, that's, you know, proper Nawabum for me. It speeds along really nicely with that Nawabum vibe. A New World comes next. That slows things down a little bit. It's got a bit of a brooding, almost spooky feel to it, which I guess is quite fitting to the song because a new world, you know, they've just landed, blah blah blah, and it's all a bit new. Not built by human hands, pushes all the rock things back up again, and it's got a menacing feel to it. And that's quite fitting again, given the nature of the song, with the the colonists finding out that someone's beaten them to it. And there's some really excellent guitar work going on in there as well. Structures, blistering instrumental, plenty going on there. And then that leads us into the 10-minute epic closing track of Towards the Unknown. This is big monster new wave of British heavy metal stroke progressive metal going on. Lots of the organ comes in here in particular, and that's what reminds me of Van der Graaf Generator, sort of like still life period. And the expansive nature and the length of the song give Starscape plenty of opportunity to show what strong and varied chops they've got. As they do, the punchy riffs, great guitar work all merge, and it's a really big grand finale. It's excellent stuff. The final line of Towards the Unknown suggests that this isn't the end of the story, so perhaps there's more to come on subsequent albums. Let's hope so. But you know, Starscape really got something good going on here. This is marvellous stuff. And for those of you like me who still prefer a good old-fashioned physical product, there is a CD version available, but get your skates on because there's only 500 of them and then they're gone. I got mine, as I always do, for this kind of limited edition stuff through Sonic Age Records. I'll put a link to them in the description underneath, but get there quick before they sell out. And if you prefer all this newfangled digital chicanery that bypasses me, Colony is also available on Amazon Music, so I'll put a link to that in the description underneath as well. Now with Colony here, Starscape really have treated us to a really superb slab of sort of retro new wave of British heavy metal with all the proggy bits going on as well. Seriously highly recommended listen. I love it to bits. So I've said links to both Sonic Age Records for the CD and Amazon Music for the digital version in the description below. So check those out. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and of course, take care.